Hi guys, welcome back to another feature on Throttle Talk. Before the video goes on, please do consider subscribing. It will help the channel a lot. So guys, I'm in a VW Jetta VR6, a very iconic car to South Africans. A car that this car actually came out when I was in primary school. If I'm not mistaken, it started production in 1993 in SA. When this car came out, guys, there was one thing that did stand out to most car enthusiasts, and that is undoubtedly the sound of it. At the time, most cars were 4-cylinder, 2-liter, 1600, smaller engines, you know. When the VR6 came out, it was quite a shocker, you know, a small car coming out with a 2.8 V6 engine. But the thing that does stand out is the sound of this car. So it has that iconic 6-cylinder sound. I don't know if you remember, guys, I actually, in primary school, everyone made VR6 noises with their mouth. All the boys. I actually remember if there was a boy that could make the sound very well, friends would actually call that guy to their group of friends for that boy to make that sound. So that is a memory of mine that I think of when I do think of a VR6. And actually, when talking to friends, they tell me the same story. It is the sound, and you know, walking in and out of classrooms and walking around at home making VR6 noises. So this is really an iconic car to South Africans. So guys, so when the VR6 came out, Honda enthusiasts, Toyota enthusiasts, a very common thing that was said: the VR6 is slow. No, this car beats it. This high revving engine, little engine beats that 2.8. That 2.8 is slow, etc., etc. But you know what, guys? The VR6 is not only about straight line speed. I can tell you this car is no slouch. And one thing that when people compare the VR6 to other cars is something that they need to consider. I know the VTEC and the 20 valves and those type of cars are common cars compared to this car. And when comparing it, it was always said that it is a very slow car for its engine size. If one thing to consider is that cars like VTEC and 20 valves, they are high revving engines. They are made a lot different to this car. I mean, this car is 12 valve. There is a 24 valve version of this engine which came out in the family van, the VW Sharon. That engine came out with 24 valves. So it's actually a common engine swap that the VR6 guys do on these cars. The VR6 came out with 128 kilowatts, and the Sharon came out with 150. Yes, so it's quite a big jump. So when comparing the two cars, people need to take into consideration that this is kind of a, you know, it's a big engine. Yes, it's a 2.8, but when compared to cars like VTEC and things like that, those cars are very advanced cars. I mean, over 8,000 RPM rev limits, variable valve timing, high compression ratios. Those engines were basically engineered for racing and for speed. When talking to a few VR6 owners and enthusiasts, there's actually, regarding the engine reliability, it's actually quite a reliable engine. There are not major issues with these engines. However, there is a few things to look out for, which is the timing chain. The timing chain can be an issue, and whoever does fit timing chains or does do the timing chain service on the cars, to make sure they know what they are doing. Also, the gearbox. So the gearbox was apparently a problem. A guy actually said to me, almost every VR6 owner that had the car, they had their VR6 for a few years, most likely replaced their gearboxes sometime or another. Obviously it is dependent how you do drive the car, but I mean, if you have a VR6, most likely you want to push the car, you want to go through the gears, you might snap change now and then, so you know, it is a bit of wear and tear on the gearbox. So the gearbox is not really that strong and can't hold up. It can't take a lot of abuse, so to speak. The older spec VR6s, the first generation, they did have a few issues that were different to the newer spec, like the airflow meter, they had an issue with it, and the idle control valve. But in the newer version, those issues were done away with. When the VR6 came out in 1993, the Golf was priced at, speak under correction, but I think it was about 115,000 brand new. Obviously the Jetta would be a bit more. You're getting more car, bigger car, so the price was probably a bit more than 115,000. But in 2021, many years later, believe it or not, the VR6 is fetching prices very close to new prices. So you must be prepared to pay up to 100,000 to 110,000 rand for a neat VR6 in South Africa. They are very scarce. When looking for a VR6 to do on the channel, it was a mission finding one. So big thanks to Elton. He really came through for me at short notice, and said that he is willing to do this feature at short notice. Right, so let's record a little bit of POV footage to get some videos of the sound of the car. Guys, so like I said earlier, the VR6 is not only about straight line speed. When you do drive this car, it is a car that communicates very well with you. When you drive it, you kind of, it's not the only thing you think about. You don't only think about the speed and how fast it is versus your friend's car. It's how the car makes you feel. It is a very charismatic car. You feel the road, you feel the bumps, and it gives you a different driving experience to driving newer cars. Guys, so next to me is Elton. Elton, thank you so much for bringing your car out today.
Mr. K, thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate it. Tell me, Elton, why a VR6?
Okay, VR6 was always my childhood's dream. Since grade 7 already, I knew one day I want to own a VR6.
Yeah.
And so 3 years ago I bought me one, and luckily for me, I bought it from an old guy, 82 years old, and he was the first owner, so that makes me the second.
Wow,
owner.
That's a rare find, eh?
Yes, sir.
That is a rare find. And most VR6s today are not in good conditions, eh?
Yes, yo, I was surprised when I got this one. It's in such good condition, yo.
Yes, yes. So if there's one thing, Elton, that stands out about the VR6 for you, what would that one thing be?
Most definitely the engine,
That-
the sound of the 2.8 V6.
Definitely.
And the exhaust sound. It's like music to my ears, my friend.
Yes. Elton, do you have any future plans for this car?
At the moment, not major. Just maybe an induction kit with a cone filter.
Yes.
Just to get that deep VR6 sound. You know,
it will bring the engine noise out a bit, because
definitely.
it's more of the exhaust that kind of stands out at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, this mask is just falling down all the time here.
And then maybe I just want to show us maybe a original VR6 lip.
Okay.
Because currently I've got the aftermarket one.
Yes.
But that's it. I don't want to do anything major on the car, as I want to keep it stock standard as possible and keep it clean and the original.
Yes. So guys, this car has the original cassette player in it, from the original owner. Nothing has been changed in the car. Very rare to find. Very rare. So yeah, this is really a gem of a car. You guys are looking hard for cars like this. So Elton, thank you so much for bringing your car today. Guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. It will help the channel out a lot.
Thank you very much.
Till next time, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.